So recently, I hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much. So what better way to celebrate than doing another Q&A for the channel? I asked you guys on my community tab for some questions, and I really hope y'all made them juicy, and I'm gonna answer as many of them as I can today. That's what this video is. Hello, this is a Q&A, as you've already heard. I am just gonna go around the island, do my dailies, stir up some drama, instigate some fights, and just answer all your questions, and we'll just see how that goes. Anyways, I guess I'll start off by looking for my fossils. That's usually what I do as soon as I log into the game for the first time. What the fuck did Toby just do? Oh my god, Toby's running around Grandpa! Are they playing together? Wait, that's so adorable. Our two wolf boys hanging out together, running around town all willy-nilly. Y'all asked me some questions. I'm gonna answer them because that's what a Q&A is. Full disclaimer, if your comment doesn't make it into this video, I'm sorry. There are quite a few questions here and I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just gonna kind of answer as many as I feel like answering today, and yeah, we'll just go from there. So we're gonna just start it off right off the top with Wendy. They specifically say, make yourself into a villager. What species would you be? What personality type? What hobby? Any characteristics like a main color, clothing? When I was younger, I always thought that I'd be a lazy type villager, but now that I'm getting older, I'm realizing more and more, like, I heavily relate to the cranky villagers a lot, so I feel like if I were a villager in Animal Crossing, I would be a cranky wolf. Are we surprised? No, we're not surprised. I don't think that's gonna come off as a surprise, me being a cranky wolf. I scream cranky wolf. Honestly, I'd basically be Wolfgang, but like light blue. That's like the best way to describe it. What clothing would I wear though? I definitely have glasses on, like the ones I'm wearing right now. I think I'd wear like a denim jacket. That would be like my starting clothing item because I'm always wearing denim jackets. Anyways, here's Poppy. Poppy Chulo. Let's see what he's up to. I was just thinking about you. Thinking about seeing your face. Big old adorable round head. Poppy, stop. Why is every single boy on this island has been flirting with me lately and I don't know how to feel. Anyways, next question. It comes from Brandy, and they ask, give us in order the messiest villagers you've had on any island you've had to this day. That's a great question. As we all know, I tend to have some very dramatic villagers on my island. I think the most obvious answer right away has to be Teddy. The fact that he followed me from eldniW to Fallbrook just so he can try to get back together with me even though I'm in a relationship. Granted, I did invite him over here, but no one needs to know that. One of my mortal enemies in the game, Peck. The fact that I had him on Windle and then he autofilled on eldniW, that still had to be one of the scariest days of my life. I can't believe that was this year. eldniW, that villager hunt where Peck autofilled, that was in February. It feels like such a long time ago. Does myself count? I feel like I can count myself in. Oh, definitely have to be Coco. Yeah, it's gotta be Coco. Back on eldniW, the soul-sucking demon herself. So the next question comes from Ray Mafia, and they ask, who would you pair up to be roommates, air quotes, in the DLC? Great question. I'm pretty sure we're all thinking about it right now. Who we're gonna make room together as soon as we get our hands on the DLC. Personally, I would definitely like to see, oh god, there he is. God, it's the Heartbreaker himself out and about. I'm gonna avoid him for now. Who would I room? Definitely Pom Pom and Pierce. I feel like everybody is at liberty, if you get the chance, room Pom Pom and Pierce together because it's what they deserve. Which, by the way, speaking of, like, I wonder how the roommate system is gonna work. Like, is it gonna be an option that you unlock? Like, a villager comes up to you and they're like, ooh, I need you to design me a house, and then it's like, oh, maybe you can have a roommate, and then it's like, how do you choose their roommate? Gosh, I really hope it's not locked behind amiibo because that would be so disappointing. If you need amiibos for the roommate function, I would not be a fan of that personally. Nintendo, please don't do that. I would say Cherry and Audie, you know, because they really were the dream couple that was supposed to happen on eldniW and then it just never happened. Who else would I room? Obviously me and Wolfgang. I'd want to say Goldie and Toby because they did date on eldniW, but they have broken up. Obviously, they're not together anymore. Maybe to stir the pot, I'd put Margie and Whitney together. Ooh, or if I could do like 3 villagers to a house, Margie, Whitney, and Apollo. That would be a messy love triangle for sure. So the next question comes from Ethereal Kanum. I hope I said that right. And they ask, are you going to do a different theme on your next island? Spoiler alert, I'm already kind of thinking about starting a new island soon, I mean like it's that point of the game. I feel like restarting. I restart at least like twice a year now. I don't know though, because I've kind of ditched the whole theme thing, you know, like I'm not really into themes anymore. I kind of just like, ooh, this dress is so cute. Ooh, this green one. I think this green one will look so good on Melba. I'm gonna buy that for her. Yeah, I don't really do themes anymore. Like if we're looking at Fallbrook right now, like Fallbrook doesn't really have a theme as of right now. It's kind of just like trees and dirt roads and weeds and stuff, kind of like eldniW was. Like, I don't know, I don't really like doing themes anymore, but I guess like if I were, I want to do like another urban themed island, but like I feel like I'm always doing that, so I feel like I'd want to like branch out, kind of maybe go really suburban instead, very like Pleasantville sort of feel to it. Is it Pleasantville? What is that one movie with Toby Maguire? That movie, you know, really like perfect, pristine, but then kind of like, you know, there's obviously a dark secret behind it, sort of kind of like WandaVision even. That would be a fun, ooh, has anyone thought about doing that? Like a WandaVision themed island where it's like, it seems like a perfect suburban island, but then like you go to the outskirts and it's like barren wasteland. That would be a really cool theme. I also kind of want to do something like winter themed, especially because like I'm probably, if I'm gonna reset soon, it's probably gonna be in December. Not saying I'm gonna reset in December, but like I'm thinking about it. Winter is a lovely season, I think, personally. I'm a big fan of winter myself. Oh my god, look at Whitney in this dress. Bad bitch energy. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Pecan is just chilling. The two boys are running around her and she's just chilling there. Good for her. Hi, sir. Oh, it's a pleasure. Toby just shoved Pecan out of the way. Oh my god, he's doing it again. He's literally shoving her out of the way. He's like, move, bitch. Oh wow, it looks cute on him. Noir A. Blanc. Again, Noir A. Blanc. I feel like I should know that. I was born in Montreal. I should know how to speak French. They ask, who do you think would win in a fight between Wolfgang and Toby? Which, first and foremost, as you can see right here, it's very obvious that Wolfgang and Toby will never fight. Ever. They are besties. I like to think that they're father and son personally. I don't know why, but if they were to get into a fight somehow, Toby would win 100%. Like, Toby may look like a sweet, innocent old man to y'all, but we all know the storyline that I have. He is a secret agent in disguise, 00 Toby. I feel like Toby would win in a fight 100%. Wolfgang does not stand a chance. How does this shirt look on Poppy real quick? Yeah, the blue one works. Blue is a good color on Poppy. I don't know why he's calling me baby, by the way. So Swan Lee Clues, they asked a couple of questions. But the one that I want to touch on is, do you think it's too soon to have the last major free update to the game, despite the short lifespan? And given your experience with past games, would you say it's an improvement or perhaps lackluster? Like, with it being the last free update, ow, my jaw is about to lock. I don't know how I feel about it being the last major free update yet. Like, I'm not mad that they're already like stopping updates, but at the same time, it's like, does kind of feel like a slap in the face. You know, we all thought that like they were gonna update the game for many years. They never said it themselves, but we all just insinuated that because we were messy. Hey bitch, how you doing? Oh, she looks so cute in this outfit. I was about to give her a dress, but I don't want to ruin the outfit she's wearing right now. I was in my room earlier reading simple eco-friendly luxury when suddenly the lights flickered. They flickered again, flicker, and again, flicker. Then crash! The door blew open and I jumped out of my chair and my book fell to the floor with a thump. I saw what had happened and true panic set in, Dinky. I had lost my place and would have had to start reading the whole thing again from the very beginning. That was new dialogue I've never heard. Her trunk is right in my fucking face. Oh my god. Like, what are my thoughts on like this being the last major free update? I don't know. I feel like it really just kind of depends on like what future updates from here on out entail. Like, I feel like if they just kind of stop updating the game as a whole, like it would definitely kind of be a little disappointing, especially given like how successful the game is. Like, to kind of just stop giving it support overall would be kind of bad. But again, given how successful the game has become for the franchise as a whole, I don't think they're going to stop updating the game completely. I think it's just going to be like minor tweaks and bug fixes here and there from now on. But like, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet about how I feel about it being the last major free update. Like, I think like I'm just gonna wait and see like what the next update entails. Assuming that there's a next update, let's just hope that there's an update after this one. It's obviously gonna be a minor one though. Don't sit down, don't sit. I was about to give her a fucking dress. Of course she has to sit down. 3, 2, 1. Come back here. I'm giving Melba a dress as well. Let's see how it looks on her. A serve. So the next question comes from Choco Guy, and they ask, are there any villagers from old games you want back? I did say this in a previous video. I would love to see Bao and Meow come back to a game, just because like that kind of like digital aesthetic to their persona, like that's pretty sick. And I would love to see how it would look in a current game. I know there is that one video, but I think it's KK Clue who kind of like modded Meow into the game. I don't know. I just love to see them back as like an official villager. Why is Teddy joining in on the fun? Oh my god. Teddy, you fucking messy bitch. What are you doing? Leave Wolfgang for... You're brave, bitch. You're brave saying that right in front of him. Oh my god. He's gonna beat your ass again. Another awesome day for training. You should join me. So now he's asking me out. They didn't even notice. These two idiots. Oh my god. All three of them are such fucking himbos. Margie, bitch, everybody here hates each other, huh? What is up with everybody's greetings? I'm saying that like I didn't give them these. I love how you stopped to chat with me, my dear. That's all it takes to make me think it'll be a good day. Thank you, Whitney, for being an icon. I will always remind you how much of an icon you are. Look at her wearing a summer dress and drinking an ice cold drink, even though it's the middle of October. Only legends behave like that. Good for her. Wow, Lopez has a really nice house. Damn, bestie, you stylish. When I wear elegant clothes, my posture improves, my IQ goes up by 30 points, and I can speak Urdu. Not right now, I can't. You'll just have to take my word for it. Okay, multi-language king, we love to see it. He's got a nice house. Sipping on rice milk while listening to cabaret on my portable record player. That's Lopez style, baby. You should try living the Lopez life too. Is he asking me to move in with him? Sticker happy, they ask. NPC you wish that was added in the next ACNH update, assuming that there's gonna be like another update. Who's left to kind of like bring back that I'd really love to see come back? Wendell. I want to see Wendell come back somehow. Wendell's like kind of the only NPC who I really adored in previous games who isn't back, and it's like, where is he? What is he doing? Also Digby, like where's, like Digby's more important too because he's Isabel's twin brother. Are they holding him hostage at Nintendo headquarters? Bring Isabel her brother back. It's what she deserves. Wow, I've never actually seen a villager down here before. Pecan is the first villager to hang out in this spot. This is a monumental moment. What a pleasure it is to see you today, baby. Why is everybody calling me baby? Time moves a bit more leisurely here on the island. If I don't watch the clock, the day ends before I know it. We love a self-aware queen. Ooh, Robbie Drop. I hope I pronounced that right. They asked, do you have any funny coming out stories? I have two, actually. So basically, like, when it comes to coming out in general, like, I've only officially come out to, like, well, I was gonna say 2 people, but it's actually, like, twice in my life. The first was with my friends, like my friend group. This is quite a funny story because I was 19 when it happened, and I was also in London attending a cousin's wedding because most of my family lives in the UK, South London, for anyone who's curious. It was her reception specifically, so like, you know, things got very too-turnt. We were too-turnt overall, and like I got let's just say I got a little too-turnt as well. And like I remember the night clearly because like I wasn't that drunk. Like I was drunk, but like drunk to the point where I was acting a fool in front of my family, but not drunk to the point where I like blacked out or anything, you know? I was on the dance floor, like, you know, dancing and whatever. In the midst of all of it, I just kind of stopped and I was like, I'm gonna come out to my friends. So I went on Snapchat, of all places. I took like a selfie in the middle of the dance floor and I captioned it. I literally captioned it, y'all, I'm fucking gay. Like literally that, and I just sent it to the group chat. I didn't have any service, so like it didn't send until I got back to my aunt's place. That's where I was staying. So like by then I like sobered up, so obviously I was well aware that like, oop, I just sent that text to my friends. And of course immediately some of my friends respond because it was morning time here in Canada, so my friends were obviously awake, and they were all like, some of them were like, oh cute, cool, and then like one friend was just like, yeah bitch, we knew. I know for some people like they kind of get a little uncomfortable when people respond with like, yeah I know, but for me, like especially with it being a close friend, obviously they meant it as a joke. They weren't trying to be like, oh yeah, like why tell us that you're gay, we already know. No, they were saying it as a joke because like I am a very, you know, I'm pretty fruity in real life, so like I didn't take offense to it. I kind of thought it was sweet. It was kind of a relief. It's like, oh, they know I'm gay and like they don't care because we'd been friends for so many years, like, and we're still friends to this day. I'm friends with every single one of the people in that group chat still to this day. So shout out to my friends. And then the second time I ever came out, which was a little more recent, it was this year. It was actually to my sister. And that one was kind of, oh my God, is this a yellow mountain bike? I don't have any yellow ones on this island. Oh my God, this is a win for me. Finally, all I have are pink, blue, and white. Yeah, so coming out to my sister, that one was a little more, like, it was a little more awkward because like I didn't actually come out to her. For starters, basically the way it had happened was she found my YouTube channel, and obviously like on here, I'm very open with the fact that I'm gay. As soon as like she came up to me and she's like, oh my God, is this you? Are you Angry Coconut? I was like, yeah. And then in my head, I'm like, oh, so she's about to find out I'm gay, because like I literally say it in every single video. And I was like, okay, that's gonna be fun. A fun conversation. Like a few days later, she just came in and she's like, you're gay. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, okay, let's move on. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Honestly, for me, like in general with coming out, I don't want to make it a big deal. That's why I don't really like to kind of do the whole coming out thing. I kind of just want to be like, hey, I like boys, and then just kind of like move on from it. I don't really like making it into a big deal. I don't see the need to personally. That's my funny coming out stories. First time was drunk. Second time was because of YouTube. So that's how my life is. Robbie Dropped also asked how to start getting into Drag Race. I would say like the best season to start off with, especially if you're from the UK. They say they're from the UK. Start off with Drag Race UK. If you're able to watch season 1 and 2, it's on BBC iPlayer. Drag Race UK is like the best version of Drag Race. So start with that. But if you want to watch the Drag Race US version, because obviously like that's the most mainstream one that everybody's watching. Oh, what is that? What is that? Why is she eyeing her like that? Whitney girly, what is happening here? Hello? What was that? What was that? Okay, James, what was that? Y'all just saw that? There is something going on between these two. There's a reason why Pecan and Margie fought, y'all. Anyways, yeah, Drag Race US. There's no season going on right now, but honestly, I wouldn't even start with the current seasons. I would say the best season to start off with, if you love drama, which if you watch this channel, you probably love drama. Season 5. I think season 5 is the most dramatic and messiest season of all time. It's my favorite season of Drag Race US. For anyone wondering, my favorite season in general is Drag Race UK season 2. I think that's the best season objectively. Everybody should watch it, but my favorite season of Drag Race US would have to be season 5. Just the whole Alaska Talks versus Jinx drama, and then like Alyssa versus Coco and Jade as well. Like it was just so good overall. And season 5's Untucked, amazing. So yeah, start with season 5 and then go from there, then watch season 6, and then kind of start like branching out and just watching any season. You don't necessarily have to watch the seasons in order. Yeah, there's like a few references, so it would make sense to start from season 1, but honestly, like I started on season 8. Season 8 was the first season I watched because in Canada for the longest time it was the only season we had. Like even though they made a lot of references to previous seasons, like literally the first episode was a photo shoot with all the winners from the previous seasons, and I had no idea who any of them were. I wasn't completely lost while watching the season. Like I still kind of understood all the jokes and references to an extent, but I will say though, like watching those seasons not knowing anything, and then watching other seasons, and then going back and watching the seasons with your knowledge, like you kind of you'll have like that oh my God moment, which is like pretty cute. I don't know if that made sense. Speaking of Drag Race, Kunipa Crossing, I don't know if I said that right. I'm so sorry. They ask what my favorite Drag Race fight is. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter, okay? The bitch was safe, leave her alone. I'ma worry about Heidi, okay? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you. Like, just fuck everybody. Worry about yourself. Like, that truly is iconic. I will say that. Shout out to Heidi Ann Closet, one of the best queens in general. They're still running around. How is Toby not tired? Well, hey there, if it ain't my good pal Vis. Nice to see you, babe. Everybody loves me, huh? Nice walking weather, ain't it? And here I run into you, which has me feeling downright sunny. God bless Toby. God bless his soul. Oh my God, they're still near. Like Whitney's definitely, she's like, don't look at her, don't look at her, don't look at her. That's what Whitney's thinking. Like Whitney's feeling something about Miss Pecan. Do y'all see this? Like, why is Pecan just walking back and forth in front of Whitney? Look, she just looked at her and then looked away immediately. Oh my God. Y'all, there is something going on between these two. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this one day. What is happening? Miss Whitney, what are you doing? My stars, to stumble upon a nuptial ring pillow out here of all places. I can't help but wonder if there's gonna be a wedding on the island. I also can't help but wonder why I haven't been invited yet, sweet tooth. Ooh, I didn't know that they would actually talk about weddings if they refer to it. That was cute. Pecan, what are you doing over here? There's plenty of space. Girl, where? I can't get on the log bench if you're sitting right there. Fruity Hoops asks if you had to choose only one villager out of the new ones to be released into the game, who would you choose and why? I mean, I'm just gonna do it for the girls and the gays. I'm gonna just choose Shino because everybody and their mothers are thinking about Shino, myself included. They also ask what my favorite villager personality type is, and yeah, I would have to say cranky because I myself am a cranky boy. Annabelle Jones asks, do you play The Sims or are you planning on it? Fun fact, I love The Sims. Like, I used to play The Sims a lot. I don't really play it as much anymore. I don't know. I kind of like, I'm not over the game as a whole, but you know, there's a lot of issues with the game, just the gameplay overall. So I kind of haven't really been playing as much anymore, but I still do love the game. I love it a lot. I did do a Sims video on here. I said I was going to start a Let's Play and then I just kind of abandoned it immediately after the first episode. So I don't know if y'all would like to see more videos on The Sims. I would definitely be happy to do them. But yeah, I love The Sims a lot, especially The Sims 4. I think it's not the best Sims game as a whole. Like, I think Sims 3 would have to be like one of my all-time favorite games in general, and I believe that that's the best one. But for someone like me who's very like into building and designing, like you can clearly see with Animal Crossing, like I definitely love The Sims 4 for that aspect. I feel like that's the only reason why I still play the game, just to kind of like design and build houses. Before Animal Crossing New Horizons specifically, my Instagram that I have for Animal Crossing, I used to use it for The Sims. Like, I used to be a Sims account. I don't know if anybody knows this. I never really shared that. Obviously it flopped. Like, I went nowhere with it, but like I used to just post my builds on Instagram and Reddit as well, just kind of like sharing them here and there. It wasn't really like serious or anything. Simsley asks, how are you doing? How's your week been? Nothing has been happening. Actually, that's a lie. I hit 5,000 subs on YouTube. That is exciting. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just like running around the island at this point. Is there anything worth doing? I've been kind of just sitting here answering questions, but like, should we go bug someone? Oh, I said I was going to change clothes. I'm so dumb. Let's just sit here and plan out an outfit and answer some more questions. Rachel M asks, what's your least favorite type of core or theme with Animal Crossing? My least favorite theme? That's a good question. Because honestly, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to sound like a miscongeniality bitch, but like, I like a lot of themes. There's nothing wrong with a certain theme at all. Like, I know like kidcore tends to get a lot of hate because of how in your face it is, but I don't hate kidcore personally. Like, I think it's a pretty, if I can like kidcore, then I feel like I can like any theme in the game. I don't know. I don't really hate any theme in general. I feel like as long as you're able to make it look good, it's fine. And again, this is coming from someone who doesn't really do themes in Animal Crossing. Should I just wear this paper bag on my head? I was talking about kidcore, so like we could, ooh, this is actually kind of a cute fit right here. Solar Flare the Pegasus, what an iconic name. They ask, how do you come up with the drama of your AC villagers? I don't know. There were a couple of people in here asking like, how do I start drama with my villagers? How do I cause the drama? I don't know how to answer that because like, it's just kind of something I do. It's something that I've always done in the game. I just never really been comfortable sharing it until like I started watching the Amanda Files and seeing how like she does that stuff as well. So it's just like, hell yeah. It's nice to see that I'm not the only one who plays like that. Yeah, even in like the New Leaf days, I mean, obviously I said like Lopez was an ex-boyfriend. I used to just kind of make up drama. I think like the main thing with that is just you gotta kind of be comfortable with just using your imagination and just like being able to let go. Kind of act like a kid again, honestly. Being comfortable enough to use your imagination to just kind of be as wild as it want. Because like honestly, some of the stories I come up with for my villagers are quite stupid. I'm not afraid to admit that on eldniW I said Coco was a fucking soul-sucking demon. I was watching some of my old videos again, like a plot point on eldniW where Coco was going around sucking the souls of everybody, and that's why Ursula, who was on that island, moved out because Coco sucked her soul. It's so stupid, but honestly, like it's still fun. Like I don't know how to tell people to like how I start drama, but like again, it's just being able to just like let go and use your imagination, you know? That's kind of what it is, what you got to be able to do. Why am I taking pictures? I don't know. The lighting right now is so stunning. Why do I need to really start playing in the evening time more, huh? Especially on Fallbrook. I feel like when I get the when I release the dream address for Fallbrook, it's gonna be in the evening time for sure. 100% I'm gonna do an evening time because it just look at the lighting. It's so majestic. Chloe, if that's how you pronounce it, they ask if you could add a new species to the game, what would it be and why? I definitely would want to see like an aquatic villager, a fish, honestly, or like shark villagers. I remember that was like a big hype for a while. People wanted to see shark villagers. I wanted to also see like a manatee villager or like a seal villager as well, but now that Wardle's in the game, that's probably not going to happen because they don't normally tend to, you know, if there's an NPC, a special NPC that's a species, they don't tend to make villagers that same species unless it's like a really simplified version. Like Isabelle is a dog and there are dog villagers, but like Isabelle is clearly a Shih Tzu, whereas the dog villagers are all just kind of generic. So I don't know, maybe we could still see like a simplified version of the manatee. More aquatic villagers, basically. We have octopi in the game, so love to see some sharks running around here and there. That'd be pretty fun. Chris sucks at Bandori. They ask, what was your gay awakening? See, like I want to play it safe. Well, obviously my gay awakening was when I was like 4 years old. I feel like every gay person, like honestly, like when it comes to just alternate question, like how did I know? And like how do you know in general? Like you just kind of know from a young age. Like I feel like it's not a question of like when you find out or how to figure it out. It's just more so being comfortable and learning to be comfortable with it and accepting of the fact that you're queer, if that makes sense. So like again, like I feel like anybody who is queer, they always know from a young age. Like for me as well, like 4 years old was when I had my gay awakening. I knew that I was different. I was not like other boys. I don't know why I just went into that, but it was the Wiggles. I had a crush on the Wiggles growing up. Not a specific Wiggle in general, like all four of them. The purple one, the red one, the yellow one, and especially the blue one. I had a crush on all four of them. As soon as I saw them dancing around on my TV, I was not looking at men the same way. Shout out to the Wiggles. Oh, Yuli asks, do you think Lopez and Teddy will team up to make you break up with Wolfgang? I hope not, but honestly, Lopez and Teddy haven't met yet, so we can only hope that they don't. Sammy with an X, they ask, will you be inviting any of the new villagers from the 2.0 update? I've made it very clear that I am obsessed with Fret, and I will be hunting for Fret once the update drops. Like, he's going to be added to the list of villagers who I want. Talk Baki asks, is it okay to ignore my friends for months because I feel like I want to spend, or because I like want to spend more time with myself? I've been doing the same thing. Like, literally, I haven't really said hi to my friends in a very long time. I don't remember the last time I've had like a proper conversation with them, but like we're still friends, you know, even after a very long time of not speaking to them. Like, you'd still be friends with them, you still like them, you still want to hang out with them. I don't know, like it's fine to take breaks from people in general. Personally, this is coming from someone who's very introverted though. Like, but as long as you're not, you know, completely abandoning them and just like cutting them off completely, like I feel like it's okay. If they call you up and being like, hey, I need help with something, or like I need to ask you something, like don't just completely ghost them. I don't think there's anything wrong with, you know, wanting a break from society, especially in this day and age. There's nothing wrong. This is coming from a loner. Like there's nothing wrong with wanting to spend time with yourself any day of the week. Like any day of the week, anytime you need a break and just want to hang out by yourself, like you should be allowed to do that. Moss Punk asks, do people in real life know about your Animal Crossing, and if they do, what do they think? Everyone who I know in real life, they know that I like the game and that I play the game a lot. I talk about it constantly. In terms of, I guess, YouTube, it's only my sister who knows, and my sister only knows because like she likes Animal Crossing as well, so like one day my video got recommended to her, but aside from her, like no one else really knows, and I don't really plan on telling anybody. I kind of like having it as a little secret for now. Who's thinking? Pecan is thinking right in front of Whitney's house. She's literally thinking about going inside the house. She's thinking, should I go inside the house and ask her out? Pecan, what the fuck? What is happening right now? Miss Pecan is literally standing in front of Whitney's house thinking. This is not more of a perfect moment. So it seems that some folks call you Cookie. She's stalling. She saw me watching her, so she's like, she got to think of something on the spot. She doesn't want people knowing that she has a crush on Whitney. Ooh, John Stolsteimer. Again, sorry if I pronounced it wrong. They asked for opinions on Victoria Scone and her disqualification, and just Drag Race UK 3 in general. So first and foremost with Victoria, she was someone I was rooting for. Like as soon as they announced her, I knew of Victoria at first before the season was announced. Like I knew of her because the fact that she's an AFAB queen, like that's kind of a big deal. So like I've definitely seen people talk about her before. I was familiar with her just a little, like not too much. Like I knew the name and I knew that like she was a very like campy queen. She was definitely in my top 4, so I was sad to see her go, especially the way she did. The fact that she had a knee injury, spoiler alert by the way, sorry. Literally my opinions on her, I think she truly is an icon. Because of her, like Drag Race is gonna change for the better. I feel like especially nowadays, why do I keep saying especially? You know, Drag Race used to just be kind of a show for like gay men. It started in 2009. In 2009, like queer media in general was really centered around gay men as a whole. Kurt Hummel was literally like the pioneer for gay representation in the media, which, like, yes, looking back at now, why were we only hyping up, you know, white gays, white gay twinks? But it was such a big deal at the time. There was so much hate for Glee. How did I bring Glee into this? There was so much hate for Glee just because they had a gay character, like a gay main character nonetheless, it being Kurt Hummel, who was literally like a walking stereotype for gay people. Yeah, with Drag Race, I don't even know where I'm going with this. Drag Race at first was for just gay men, but I feel like now in this day and age, with queer representation becoming so much more diverse and so much more accepting of other identities regardless of gender, there are drag performers out there that aren't gay cis men, you know? We had season 13 Gottmik, who was a trans man who's also doing drag. We have Victoria Scone, and even on, like, you know, All-Star 6, Drag Race Thailand, Drag Race Holland, there have been some trans women. But I feel like from this day and age, I really do hope that even though there have been women on the show, like, there haven't been any cis women on the show yet. So I really hope, like, with Victoria being on the show, just even if she was an early out, like, I do hope that it opens the door, inspires other AFAB queens to kind of audition and try to get on the show, because I feel like AFAB queens are just as talented, if not more talented than, is it AMAB? I don't know, assigned male at birth and whatnot. And yeah, I would love to see more AFAB queens on the show in general. And my thoughts on her disqualification: hated it. I was sad to see her go. Granted, it was an injury, so like it was gonna happen regardless. I just hope that she kicks ass on season 4 and wins. I think it's just because, like, I love the campy queens in general, and like Victoria Scone is just camp, literal camp. Like, she's so funny, she's so talented, she can serve a good look, and I really do hope that Victoria Scone wins season 4. I'm calling it now. She's gonna win season 4. I'm already calling it now. She better not be an early out. Annie asked, give an unpopular opinion about the 2.0 update. Okay, like, I don't know if anyone's gonna agree with this. For the people out there who are complaining that, well, just complaining about the update in general, but like for complaining about, like, you know, the fact that there's no like multiplayer games, and the fact, oh, I had a green bike since when? You know, there's no like multiplayer games, there's no Tortimer's Island, it's just really lacking in the gameplay department. Like, I can see where they're coming from. I get where they're coming from, because New Horizons as a whole has like such a huge emphasis on designing. Literally all the improvements to this game have been for the aesthetics. Like, the graphics have gotten a million times better. The weeds, literally look at these weeds. The weeds in previous games were literally just like one ugly strand of grass. The fact that we're now able to dig up trees and like not, you know, kill them, and dig up bushes and put them in our pockets. We won't be able to trample flowers anymore, so we don't have to worry about running around them. Paving tools and like terraforming. For those who have been here since like the New Leaf days, we were all shaken to our cores when they announced terraforming. That was a literal big deal. Like, the way that y'all New Horizons girlies reacted when we got 50 more design slots, that's how we reacted to terraforming. Like, literally. I've noticed in general that like a lot of life sim games nowadays really tend to, like, I think of, well, I say a lot of life sims game, but like the only other one I'm thinking of is The Sims. I feel like Sims 4 as well has kind of fallen into that category where it's like lacking in gameplay, and it's really just like the biggest improvement has been in like build buy mode and like all the items and costs and everything. I get why people are complaining that there isn't enough, like at least like a multiplayer island, like Tortimer's Island. I don't know, like I'm not mad that people are complaining about it, because like I agree with them kind of. I wish that New Horizons had more gameplay. Even with the Roost, like the Roost is finally back. Are we going to be able to work in the Roost like we did in New Leaf? Because if they get rid of that function, which I really hope they don't, but if they do, that's going to be like such a buzzkill. Because working in the Roost was like one of the best features that they introduced in New Leaf. If they get rid of it, that would be a little disheartening. It's like one of the biggest gameplay features in New Leaf that everybody was like a fan of. Nintendo, if you're watching this, girly, don't fumble the bag. I wish they had more gameplay, kind of. I'm not mad, because like, again, for someone like me, like I'm a big fan of customizing and, you know, island decorating. That's literally my channel. I do a lot of like builds and stuff. I do worry that, is this going to be like the next trend in video games? Is it going to be aesthetics over function? You know, I blame Instagram for it. I do blame Instagram for it. I won't get into it, but Instagram plays a huge role in why I feel like video games are going more for an emphasis on design and aesthetics instead of gameplay. Instagram and like social media as a whole, you know, but I won't get into that. That's a different video. Let me figure out the thesis before I get into that. I think it's pronounced pendles. They ask any predictions on what the other froggy chair colors are. I think they're gonna keep it really basic. I think it's just gonna be green, yellow, like we saw in the trailer, as well as blue, red, purple, and maybe pink. I really hope there's a pink froggy chair. Like, I would love to see a pink froggy chair, a baby pink froggy chair. That has to be included, Nintendo. If it's not included, you better get to work. Imagine there's a pride froggy chair, a rainbow froggy chair, gay frogs. Oh my god, shout out to the Amanda Files. They Farts, I love that name still to this day. They ask, talk to me about new music. What are your favorite 2021 jams? Great question. Instead of answering it myself, I might as well let an algorithm answer it for me. So I'm gonna go over to my Spotify real quick and look for my on repeat right now and see what my top 5 songs are. Oh wow, ooh, this is interesting. The #1 song at the moment is Bouncin' by Tinashe, which, speaking of, nowadays I don't really listen to songs on their own. I'm more of an album guy. 333 by Tinashe is a sick album. It's a very good album. So next up is Easier Than Lying by Halsey. And then song #3 is actually Good Love by Priya Ragu. It's a bop. I definitely recommend checking it out. Brown people, go check out Priya Ragu. She is sick. She's really sick. And then the next song obviously is Good Ones, another good song. A song that starts with good. It's Good Ones by Charlie XCX. Are we surprised? I'm literally a Charlie XCX fan. And #5 is I Feel It by John Bellion, which, again, are we surprised? I love John Bellion. He's my favorite singer. So terribly confused, which, by the way, same. They ask, do you really think Tom Nook is a dirty little tax evader, or do you worship him? I worship him. And they also ask opinions on the Anka Twitter video. I'm not going to answer that. And I'm just going to say that we are now at the end of the video because I've just been reminded of the Anka Twitter video and now I'm going to go lie down. So, thank you for watching this Q&A. I don't know what the fuck it was. I've literally been recording for an hour and a half. I don't know if any of it made sense, so good luck to editor me. Sorry that I didn't get to answer every single question. I really wish I could, but like I said, I don't want this video to be super long. I do appreciate everybody who commented on that community post. This is the end of the video. If you like the video, comment down below, blah, 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 and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Stan Victoria Scott. Okay, bye. I didn't even finish waving.